Do you know where I win as a person with brown eyes and you don't win as a person who doesn't have brown eyes? No one can tell when my pupils are dilated. No one can tell when my pupils are dilated. That's why I win as someone with brown eyes and you don't. I am. People. I used to hate the fact that I had brown eyes because I thought it was like a less unique thing. I thought it was a less unique thing to have because, like it seems common that everyone would have okay, brown eyes the most standard. Ever it seems common that people that someone would have brown eyes, right? And I thought, oh, well, that's not unique at all. Even with the amount of comments or just people directly telling me that my eyes look pretty or they're just nice, I don't really know why. I don't know why people find my eyes so pleasant, but like that's a comment I've gotten my entire life, like a bunch. And I look at them and I just go, well, they're just brown, you know? What's so enticing about them? I don't know. Um, but no one can tell. No one can tell when you have brown eyes if your pupils are dilated, and that's why I always win because I can go everywhere with them dilated. Okay, so I need you to tell me, I need you to explain this to me because this doesn't make any sense. All of a sudden, I've been hearing this word used more and more, this word out of like literally out of the 1800s. This word that is like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex of the English language called Cavalier. I've been hearing people constantly say Cavalier. Is this like not new? And just now am I noticing it? I don't know. I don't know if this is like not a new thing and it's just taking me this long to realize that people say other human beings say Cavalier. But to me, like, that is a deeply inhuman thing to say. Like, it's one of those words that you would have to put in effort to use. Like, you're thinking about. Maybe they just read a lot of literature from the 1800s that are in the context of describing characters that are arrogant, or a character describing themselves in that way, in the specific parameters at which Cavalier is supposed to be used grammatically. Like maybe that's it. Maybe they're just literature stands. Like they went to college. Maybe they went to college and they're literature stands. I don't get it. Everyone, I think the people who originated it obviously were being genuine. They were just literature stands. And so they were using it because it was the first word that came into mind as people who like literature. And so because they like literature, they're using this word that, like, to them is completely natural. And then people hear those people say it, and now they're repeating it. And now everyone, I don't think literally everyone is saying Cavalier, obviously, but it's like a lot of people are saying Cavalier. Like an unnatural amount of people are using this word. I don't know where that is. Where that is. I don't know where that comes from. Oh my god, this happens. This keeps happening. My PS2 is like dead. It's working, but it's also like it takes forever for anything to work. I have to turn the controller on every time. Every time. Yeah, disk, yes. But it's going significantly slower than it's supposed to. I consider just like outright replacing this one sometimes, but like the cost of doing that versus what I would get out of it, it's like, I would rather damage my discs by spinning them in a broken or machine that isn't working well. It's not really broken, obviously it's working, but like it could be working better. If I had like the last PS2 model they made, like the 90001 model or whatever it was called, the one with the plastic finish on top of the drive, um, the one that was like released in like 2006 or 7 after the PS2 had already been released, the final revision that had like it didn't have like PS1 hardware in it the way that other PS2s do, oddly enough. It went all through PS1 emulation. So that was what made that model distinctly different from like the PS2 Slim that I have. The PS2 Slim runs PS1 games just off the hardware. Whereas that newer revision, this is, by the way, this is like the last SOCOM game they made on the PS2, other than I think like a port of what? It's, other than like a port of one of the ones that was on the PSP, I think. Yeah, this is the game. Let's do Lieutenant. Am I a bitch? Let's decide if I'm a bitch or not. I do normal, which is Lieutenant, or I could do Inside. I'm not gonna be a bitch. Training mission? No, just start campaign. I already know how to play the game. I've played the other games. But yeah, this is like the last SOCOM experience you would get on the PS2. A lot of people say the second game is the best one. I'm about to find out if that's true or not. Key points. Okay.